Praise El Shaddai. Praise El Shaddai. Man, I was just listening and looking at people like Brother T.I. and Godfrey going at it, man. They say that they having, Godfrey said something about T.I. doing comedy, which Godfrey, he didn't say really nothing to disrespect T.I., but T.I. was make a video respond and say he was, kind of dry hating on him, which Godfrey didn't really say anything disrespecting T.I. But T.I., I saw him was hanging out with Corey Holcomb, who's from my hometown, Chicago. Corey Holcomb, who I'm a fan of his comedy. But now T.I. wants to be a comedian, But Brother T.I., your joke you said about R. Kelly was not funny, brother. You said that as the words of R. Kelly, it's not about getting peed on, it's about doing the peeing. Brother, that was not funny. It seems to me that a lot of you guys, remember T.I., you was also accused of, you and your wife Tiny accused of some allegations. Remember that, brother, back, was it 2021? Or was it 2020? I'm not quite sure what year it was, but you was accused. So I wouldn't make jokes about R. Kelly, no pee jokes. I wouldn't do that, brother. But anyway, I respect Brother T.I., but that joke was not funny, brother. I remember when you was accused, you made that video, you look like a runaway slave out there, using them big words, you kind of remind me of that character from Living Color, using those big words, brother, we gotta stay into the vertical, into the medical, into the spine tentacle, into our testicles, into our utero, into our vertical, into our rectocubital. You know what I'm saying, brother? I get it, man. So we gotta take our rectum and make it to the vermecto and make it to the spigmicto and take it into the article and take it to the radical and take it to the rondulo and take it to the bicycle and make it to the spectretical. Yeah, man. It's like when I don't play chess because chess is too hard, so I play checkers because it's black and red. So we gotta make it the red and make it into the redditishes and turn it to the black edishes. You see what I'm saying, man? Nah, I don't see what you're saying. You see what I'm saying? You mad at Godfrey because Godfrey made something. He said something about he don't watch the show after he does the show. He sit down and go back and relax. Look, I'm not a fan of Godfrey's comments he said about Bill Cosby or R. Kelly. But he didn't say nothing disrespectful towards you, T.I. And joke you said about R. Kelly, didn't Dave Chappelle do that joke? 15-year-old joke about him peeing on people. Come on, man. So you're gonna make a joke about R. Kelly. Man, you did a song called I'm a Flirt. Remember that song, T.I.? You remember that song you did with R. Kelly? I'm confused, brother. A man you did a song with called I'm a Flirt. Remember that song? I'm just trying to understand. You, T-Pain was on that song. It was a great song. I'm just trying to figure why would you do that? Why all of a sudden now you was accused of you and your wife. See the next time T.I. they come after you, they might not come after your wife this time, they might just come after you. See. I told y'all, man, what they do, the name of this video commentary, black celebrities are dangerous. They're dangerous, man. Now we know that D.L. Hewley has always been those type of celebrities that want to play both sides. One minute he's a militant, okay? Next minute he wants to play, he's a liberal, he's a Democrat. One minute and he works for Black Lives Matter. Then one minute he's a podcast. Then he's a comedian, he's an actor, he's everywhere, man. This guy's everywhere. Now I seen D.L. Hewley on Vlad TV because he was on there speaking about Joe Rogan. He was speaking out against Joe Rogan. For some reason, Vlad was talking about, Joe Rogan. And somehow, Joe Rogan, D.L. Hewley flipped that conversation to Bill Cosby and R. Kelly. D.L. Hewley, Why are you continuing to talk about Bill Cosby? Saying that Bill Cosby was drugging women for years. R. Kelly been messing with little girls for years. Really? How is R. Kelly keep coming up in Vlad TV's conversations? I don't understand. Why is R. Kelly and Bill Cosby keep coming up in the conversations on Vlad TV? Why is R. Kelly keep coming up in y'all conversations with these black celebrities? Are dangerous. They are not for our people. No. The late Dick Gregory said this, and I've said this before. I wasn't even a Christian then. 98%, 97% of them ain't no better than me. Ain't no better than you. They are controlled by the so-called powers that shouldn't be. Some of them do. Some of them do help. Some of them do try to do for their community. And you see what happened to them. Even when they try to own their own stuff that belongs to them. And they sit there and they try to control what they say, control what they do. And then when they put them in check, they tell them, you got to go out there and attack your own people. Look at Monique. Tyler Perry said, I will sit down, I will meet with you, but you get your husband, Sydney, can't come. A man that's still by her side. A man been knowing this girl since she was a little girl, since they've been children. They've been childhood friends. From Baltimore, from Maryland. You gonna sit there and tell this woman that she can't have her husband around her? This woman been knowing this man since they were kids. So you gonna tell this woman she can't have her husband? Tyler Perry gonna tell. They done already destroyed this woman. Tyler Perry, your Lee Daniels, your Will Packers, Oprah Winfrey, they done allegedly destroyed Monique's career. Blackballed her. And the man, only man that been by her side, fighting for her. You gonna tell her she can't have her husband to come to the meeting? Tyler Perry? That's wrong, man. You gonna tell her she can't have a husband who's been fighting for her? That don't even sound right. Nah, I wouldn't go for it. I don't think she's gonna go for it. Because she know this is the only man that been fighting for her. This is the only man that ain't sold out. You know what I'm saying? So Monique, she ain't gonna go for that, man. Remember that song, T.I.? You too, this don't belong to me. Yeah. You was on that song, T.I., right? Now you making Pete jokes about R. Kelly, huh? On your little comment on Corey Holcomb. Yeah. Now T.I. want to make Pete jokes, y'all. Yeah. You see, I'm a God-fearing man. I don't play with God like you do, T.I. Tiny, when them allegations was hitting your ass, man, you and T.I. you and Tiny ran to that church in Atlanta. Yeah. I know y'all circle, man. You know, y'all circle. See, I don't play with God. I don't play with God, man. Yeah, you got a lot of preachers out here, man, that give back to the community. That's not what, yeah, that's good. That's something God works. But you must do what God asked you to do. You must, if you're a preacher and you see things that's not right, whether it's and you are collecting money from politicians and LGBT community, how's that doing God's work? And you telling people that it's okay to be gay. How you call yourself a Christian? You saying, oh, I have no problem with the LGBT. No. What I'm saying, you don't discriminate against them. You don't try to condemn them. You pray for them. You say, hey, I love you, but I don't support your lifestyle because it's an abomination against God. That's like if anybody out there that's going out there robbing and going out there trying to and stealing and going out there trying to kill somebody, going out there trying to rape people, you know it's a sin. Infidelity, adultery. But these preachers they're not preaching that. They're trying to go along, get along. It's part of what you call a clique. It's a clique thing. It's a posse. It's everybody. It's about, you know, hey, I got to get paid. I got to get paid, man. All that money is not going to, if you ain't a true believer, if you're not a true man of God, holy, it ain't gonna protect you. All that money that Michael Jackson had, all that money that Roger Nelson had, Whitney Houston had, where are they? Did all the muscles and all the security, all the tough, all the things, Thug Life, Tupac was saying, where's Tupac at? Christopher Wallace, bad boy, yeah. What happened to Biggie Smalls? He had all the security, but bad boy, all that. Where is it? What happened to him? All these rappers getting killed. They talking all that. People talking all this, killing and drilling and killing. What happened to them? They get dropped each day. I'm not here to, hey man, I'm speaking the truth. You might not like what I'm saying, but it's the truth. I am protected by the Lord Jesus Christ, man. You cannot serve two gods, man. Robert Sylvester Kelly is sitting in a federal jail right now. Federal prison, wherever, in New York. Y'all sitting there making jokes about this man being convicted of the Mann Act. Racketeering, sex trafficking. You find that funny, T.I.? That's funny to you, brother? That's funny, huh? And you made a song with him. There were parents coaching their daughter, pretending to be their daughter in this case, pretending to be their child. The Clary. What's her name? Allison Clary? Pretending to be her daughter? Y'all ain't looking like that? Y'all not realizing that y'all could be the next one to go down? Usher, Chris Brown, Trey Songz, Denzel Washington, Samuel L. Jackson, no matter who you is, Michael B. Jordan, Will Smith. Y'all can go down next too. You can go down again too, T.I. You too, Corey Holcomb. You think you safe? Laughing? I am a true believer in God. I am a true believer that Yahshua was the Messiah who died for my sins. I don't follow false prophets no more. Everybody, I listen to people, but I know some of these people that call themselves Christians and ministers, they're not true believers of God. Pastor Geno Jennings, who's from Philadelphia, that is a true man of God. I don't follow false teachers no more. You can listen to people, man, and be like, okay, this guy's not real. These people that's on social media, these Christians that call themselves pastors, they want subscribers. People got all these subscribers. They ain't trying to help nobody. They ain't trying to help people get there. It's about getting people to believe in God and be holy and want God. See, Jesus wants your soul. But also, Satan wants your soul too. Satan wants your soul too. He's getting a lot of people's souls too, Satan. And he's using a lot of these celebrities to do it. You got a man like R. Kelly who made a lot of music about, love, and also made music about God. Made gospel music as well, inspirational music. R. Kelly is the biggest R&B artist in the history of music. When he was even in jail during 2019 situation, even when the documentary came out, his music still went up. They were still buying his music. Even when he got convicted, his music they went up. It's still selling. People lie, but numbers don't. His music is still selling, streaming. Somebody say, "Oh man, that's just it's just a fad. Anybody gonna keep buying all of it?" Oh, it's still selling. R. Kelly is more popular. It's selling more records than a lot of your favorite artists that's out now, dead or alive. Better believe that. Because R. Kelly wrote all his music, produced half of his music. I don't care if you talking about somebody said, well, DJ Quick produced this. I mean, it don't mean nothing. If R. Kelly is the producer of the song, you can say Quincy Jones was Quincy Jones is probably the best producer that ever exists. But when Quincy Jones put the album together of Michael Jackson, Thriller, Off the Wall, and Bad, Quincy Jones hired piano players, organ players, musicians, songwriters to help Michael Jackson put his album together, Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad. Quincy Jones wasn't all. He wasn't around playing a bunch of instruments. He didn't play a whole bunch of instruments. He played one instrument, made a few instruments. Playing 40, 35 different instruments don't make you a musical. You could. It make you being able to. It make you around a well-rounded artist that can play a bunch of instruments. That make to me. It doesn't make me think you look at you as a musical genius. You have to be able to put together a great album. Because to be honest, my stepfather could play over 25, 30 instruments. Some of y'all look at a person, oh, this person can play all these instruments, that makes him a musical genius. No, it doesn't. The person just can play. They just can play a bunch of instruments. Because I've heard a bunch of albums for different artists, and it's not that way. It don't sound that good. Some of the music don't sound good. Some of the music they made wasn't that good. There's a lot of albums that a lot of these artists that we all know. I'm not saying their names. Some of these artists, they put out a lot of music, a lot of albums, but the albums were not that good. Some of the albums like, this guy's he played a lot. This guy played a lot of instruments, but damn, some of these albums are not that good. Some of the albums wasn't that good to me. But when it comes to R. Kelly's albums, compared to a lot of these artists that y'all say is great and they play all these instruments, R. Kelly played a lot of instruments too. R. Kelly made a lot of albums, and the albums were pretty decent, man. Well, I'm not here to compare it. I'm just saying, you have to pick and be able to have the right choice of people and the right choice of music that you play and the music that you put on your own. And songs you pick on it. Yeah, I know that Kelly's worked with other producers, but R. Kelly is still a producer and a musician that plays his own music. They can play different instruments. Everybody can't do that. Marvin Gaye played instruments. We know that. Prince did it. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't like a lot of Prince music. Some of Prince music I did like, but some of that stuff I'm like, yeah, okay. Because I know the blogger from Chicago, Harvey, said, well, black people wasn't really into Lenny Kravitz like that. Well, that's not true, because I did like Lenny Kravitz, some of his music. I did like Lenny Kravitz. So, I like Lenny Kravitz, some of his music. And if you listen to Lenny Kravitz, to me, he was more like Prince. And I said this before, I'm going to say it again. It's sad that you have a lot of people reacting to a lot of Prince music who did not have anything to do with social media, and you have a lot of people reacting to Michael Jackson. But when it comes to R. Kelly, they don't react to it like that. They have a lot of people who happen to be Caucasian and black react to Dave Chappelle's sketch. The comedy sketch, him peeing. Yeah. Now you can't tell me that R. Kelly sold all the records now. All the records R. Kelly has sold. Even when R. Kelly, before he got the video, all the videos he made. Millions, he had all them out. Before he got the video, he had all the people, before then they would listen to him, but now they're making fun of him now. I've seen a bunch of white dudes making fun of R. Kelly, reacting to Dave Chappelle, the P joke. I just saw that last week, 2 weeks ago. I didn't say nothing about it. It was just 2 weeks ago. I didn't say nothing about it. And you cannot blame the white man for that. You got to blame the black community for that. Because y'all participated in that BS. Dave Chappelle did that. Dave Chappelle! Hey, thank God! Look at me, I'm rich. I make jokes about my own people, yeah! But you never see Dave Chappelle make jokes about Roman Polanski or Rob Lowe, what he did. Never seen Dave Chappelle make jokes about Harvey Weinstein on his show. Comedy sketch about that. Never seen those type of jokes. Remember, Rob Lowe was on video too, right? Why did Dave Chappelle do a joke like that? I mean, he dressed up like a white man, didn't he? So why did he make a joke like that? Why did he make a joke about his friend Jerry Seinfeld? Hey, Jerry, why you mess with that 17-year-old girl? Huh? I seen a comedy special. I finally seen a comedy special, the joke he did about Bill Cosby. The rape joke. Wasn't even funny, man. But he did it. But I didn't know what these people was talking about. He made a joke about Bill Cosby. He did it. Like, damn. But he never done jokes about Mick Jagger. But he was hanging out with Mick Jagger, Dave Chappelle. And Faizon Love, when he said on The Breakfast Club, he told the truth about Dave Chappelle about 4 or 5 years ago. He said, Dave Chappelle, this is what he said. This is what Faizon Love said. He is white folks' comedian. Because when Dave Chappelle first came out, he was in a lot of Caucasian people movies. He didn't start becoming popular to black people until, this is what Faizon Love said, until the Dave Chappelle show came out. Now, I remember Dave Chappelle from Nutty Professor. And that's when I saw Dave Chappelle. That's how I noticed him then. But I didn't know him from no stand-up, to be honest with y'all, man. I never knew Dave Chappelle from no stand-up in no 90s. But he's been around since the 90s. But Faizon Love pretty much exposed him in the interview for 5 or 6 years on The Breakfast Club. He said, Dave Chappelle was not black people's comedian. He was not known to black people like that. He was known to a lot of Caucasians. He said, I'm not trying to disrespect him, man. I'm telling y'all the truth. He was known to a lot of Caucasian people. You know, like your Hannibal Buress and Little Rail and all. I'm just being honest. But Dave made it work. He made it work. He found his niche. And now he's a legend. He is a funny dude. Dave Chappelle is funny. He is a funny guy, I'm just saying. He made it work. You think he didn't audition for some of these black movies? He didn't get the part. Faizon Love bust him out. Now Faizon Love respect him. He said, man, he did it. He made it work for everybody. Everybody loved Dave Chappelle, but he made it work. He was more of a cater more to Caucasian at that particular time. But I'm telling y'all, on the Dave Chappelle show, I noticed now how he was dogging out his own race. Yeah, he did a lot of jokes that was, uncommonly about a lot of other people, but he made a mockery of Rick James. When it came to Prince, it wasn't that bad. And R. Kelly, man. Why do you think R. Kelly was so angry about that? When he came to Chicago, R. Kelly came and stepped to Mr. Chappelle. Mr. Kelly wasn't happy about that, man. That ain't funny, man. Y'all think that stuff is funny? Making a mockery of your own people? You think that was funny what Cat Williams, what he said about Michael Jackson? Earthquake, what he said about Michael Jackson? The late Charlie Murphy, what he said about Michael Jackson? Y'all thought that was funny, huh? Y'all thought that stuff was funny? What the comedian was saying about Michael Jackson? What Eddie Griffin was saying about Michael Jackson and Eddie Murphy was totally different. It was totally different. D.L. Hewlett, the jokes he said about Michael Jackson and Earthquake and all those other comedians, it was like they was calling Michael a pedophile, man. Come on, man. It was not flattering. I said this before. Michael Jackson did have a sense of humor, but these guys was like really coming at Michael. Cat Williams, and I love Cat Williams, but it was bad. Because Eddie Murphy, I told you, Eddie Murphy did an interview with Conan LeBron. He said, man, I love Michael, man. I have respect for Michael, but some of these comedies, some of these cats, man, they were coming at Michael real hard. They was dogging him. They was dogging Michael Jackson. And I said something about Michael Jackson too, but I never called Michael Jackson Michelle. Like somebody else on YouTube. And I respect this man. I ain't gonna say his name, but I respect this man. But I gotta get on this man because he had. I'm gonna call the person the channel he's on. Her name is The Real Dana. Now her name is The Real Dana. Now she said we got to talk about discussion between R. Kelly and Leah. No, we don't, because that's been debunked. Why we gotta keep discussing that? You allow a man that Dana said that signs were there with R. Kelly because he looked guilty with Touré interview. Now, Touré is a man that's also been accused of sexual misconduct. This is a man that threw Chris Brown under the bus. This man threw Bill Cosby under the bus. And y'all take from a man from Chicago named Harvey World, his video. I know y'all listen to it because people know who Harvey is. Now, I like Harvey. Y'all might think I like Harvey. I don't agree with everything he says. I don't like Dr. Boyce Wallace, but I like Harvey. But Harvey is wrong on this one. Okay? I'm telling you, he wrong about the R. Kelly case. Now, She's talking about, well, he married Aaliyah, but that's not true. So, because he says in the interview, how old 18? Is 18, now, is it illegal to date 18 or not, y'all? In the law of man. In the law of this land, is it illegal not to date 18? If not, y'all gotta start watching porn, Harvey. You gotta start watching porn, brother. You gotta stop going to strip clubs. Gotta start watching porn. Gotta start going to strip clubs, Harvey. And some of y'all that watch adult movies, strip clubs, no more Playboy books, no more Playhouse, none of that stuff no more. On your iPhones, iPads, tablets. Put them down, boys. Put them down. Give your life to God. Repent. No more going to strip clubs no more, man. Because you have a lot of 18-year-old girls in that strip clubs who are 18. You got a lot of women in the movies are 18. They're 18. Stop playing now. You gonna tell this man? And I'm not here. I don't support none of it. And I'm telling y'all that woman, Allison, was pretending to be her daughter, Azriel Clary. Pretending to be her child. She don't deserve to be locked up. Y'all mad at Mr. Kelly? If he was a monster, why he ain't have to mess with 6-year-old children? Like Larry Nassar. Why he ain't have to mess with 12-year-old children like Jeffrey Epstein? That's what y'all, is that a monster? Yes or no? He asked for IDs. And Chicago, Illinois, the state of legal age consent is 17. Am I correct? Y'all might not like it. We might not like it as a more bad behavior. We might not like that, but it's not against the law in man's land. It's not against the law. That's not illegal. We're not talking about a 6-year-old child. Do you understand what I'm saying? We're not talking about children. We're not talking about babies. This is what I thought we was going to get out of here. Babies. I thought it was some 5-year-olds come out here. 6-year-olds. Didn't see none of that. We seen a woman pretending to be her 17-year-old daughter and say she was 18. They lied. Told y'all, the media lied to y'all, and these people lied to y'all, man. Y'all were lied to. I'm not saying Mr. Kelly was no angel or was pure. He made mistakes like anybody else. But Bill Cosby wasn't no damn angel. Prince wasn't no angel either. Y'all defend Prince too. Prince has some teenage groupies too now. Huh? Monty Garcias. Oh yeah. Y'all talk about Prince, don't you? Oh, let's talk about the white. And then let's forget about Prince. Let's talk about Elvis Presley. And I'm gonna get on about here. Elvis Presley has a movie called Elvis. And guess who's a lot of people that's reacting to this trailer? A lot of our own people. Elvis, man. A man that met Priscilla Presley when she was 14. And I ain't gonna lie to you. It looks good. I like that trailer. Hell, my I'm Big Winnie was an Elvis Presley fan. Hell, my great-great-grandmother, mother, Big Winnie and his mother were sisters, I'm sorry. They liked the Elvis Presley. We know that Elvis Presley didn't write none of his music. But the fact of the matter is, this movie looks good. But you had a lot of black people reacting to Elvis, but they don't like R. Kelly. But we know for a fact that Elvis Presley did meet Priscilla when she was 14. That is a proven fact. That ain't nobody denying. Elvis Presley ain't denied. Priscilla didn't deny it. Nobody denying this. But when it comes to R. Kelly and Aaliyah, that's no proven fact that they had a romantic relationship. That's been debunked in the courtroom, in the court of law. Demetrius Smith told the truth, y'all. Y'all just don't want to believe it. It was nothing there between Aaliyah and R. Kelly except that he was her mentor. He was very close to her as a friend. Nothing there. Just like Michael Jackson was close to Macaulay Culkin, Corey Feldman. Michael Jackson was very close to Brooke Shields when she was 15. So what's up? What's up, Michael Jackson fanatics? Huh? I ain't no R. Kelly fanatic, man. I'm here to support this man due process rights. He was violated. It was violated, man. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I've said this before. I'm gonna keep saying it again and again and again. I believe if Michael Jackson was still alive, I don't believe the FBI would have cleared him. I'll be honest with y'all, man. I don't think they would have cleared him. They would have still been after that dude, man. They would have came out there with another case. It'd have been another allegation. As long as Michael Jackson would have been holding on to all that music he had, they'd have been after Michael Jackson's ass again. And then what y'all would have said? Oh, he did something. Some of these same bloggers that conscious woke people have been saying, oh, he done something, man. It's too many. This is the third time. Oh, there's something going on, y'all. I guarantee y'all. Because that's the case that Michael Jackson was found not guilty of, was a state case. They cleared Michael Jackson, yes, after he was gone. They came out publicly and said there's nothing there. Yes, they've been following Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was not the only man that they had been following. They've been following John Lennon, Bob Marley, Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, Tupac Shakur, Marvin Gaye, Barry White, Bill Cosby, Robert Sylvester Kelly. They don't just follow, they need to follow this Michael Jackson, man. What did Jennifer Bonji say? If the government had a case, why did he go after him after he was found not guilty in 2008? Hell, they could have come after him in 2010. Why they come in 2011? Why they come in 2012? Because the album, the Double Up album came out in 2007. It was very successful, but he wasn't bumping grind R. Kelly. He wasn't a bumping grind and R. That wasn't out no more. He wasn't the TP2. That came out in what, 2000? The Chocolate Factory album came out in 2003. The Gospel album came out in 2004. The TP3 album came out in 2005. So the albums, the good albums came out that everybody love and know. It was already gone. But he still made good music. But he was kind of like, he was switching up his style. He was still making. Oh, he was still, to some people, I'm not saying myself, to a lot of people, he was still making great music, but he was sounding like a lot of the artists that was out during that time. You get where I'm going with this? But then he started going back to, he went back to, he was going back, he put on that suit, man, he was, sound like, when a woman loves, he started sounding like, went back to the old school. And people liked it, and I liked it that. That's with the Sam Cooke, the Sam Cooke look, that Sam Cooke sound, Marvin Gaye sound, people liked it that. So, but at first he was kind of like, he was sounding like a little bit like, Trey Songz and other guys, man, and, but the dude was quick. He was able to, he was able to reinvent himself. And when it comes to singing and making music and work with other artists and other, producers and other people. And that's why he always been able to maintain and stay on top of the charts. Because the other albums he dropped, it didn't come in number one. It was number 3, but he still stayed on top of the charts. Because all the other albums that he hit was always hit number 1, 12 play. The other albums, I don't know the other album. I know the R album hit number 1. All the other albums were number 1, except this album that came. The other albums that came after that. After the Double Up album. After the Double Up album, the other albums was like number 3, but it still hit the billboards. But it hit number 1 on the R&B charts. R. Kelly was still selling albums. R. Kelly was able to go tour and sell out. Still able to sell out. But you could tell that he was getting tired. I could tell, going back and looking at some of the videos, I could tell that he was like doing this because he had to make money. And then when I heard the song I Admit, I said, damn, this man was touring because he got to pay his rent. Not because, you could tell he still loved what he was doing, but because he had to pay, keep the rent paid. Not because he just, wanted to do it because he loved what he was doing. And that, that happened to a lot of artists, when, in that business, they get old and they perform because they, not because they want to do it, because they have to keep their rent paid and pay for their lifestyle. This man has written for Michael Jackson and Maxwell and Toni Braxton and Celine Dion and worked with Lady Gaga And another artist, Biggie, he worked with Jay-Z. He got a tour in his late 40s and 50s like that. He should be able to tour if he want to tour. Shouldn't be touring because he have to tour. That's what owning your own property means. Owning your publishing, owning your masters. The industry, a lot of people work for the industry, they're possessed by Satan. They're demons. What's happening to R. Kelly is not human. A lot of people, they work for Satan, man, to do somebody like that. He shouldn't be working that hard. He should be, if he want to tour, then he should tour. I think R. Kelly, when he get out, he should do a tour, yes. But I don't think he should be touring like Michael Jackson did. I think he should tour and you know, like a tour, say, you know what, do a tour and be like, and go to something and go to ministry, man. Go to becoming a minister or make music for God. I mean, he can't come out as R. Kelly no more. Come out as Robert Kelly. That's what I believe he should do. He's up to him. He's made a decision, but he knows that God wants him to do something. But the industry, man, is not where it's at, man. Them people are no good. They have hurt a lot of people, man. They have damaged a lot of people's career. They've damaged a lot of people's lives. They have damaged a lot of people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to throw their hands. They want to throw rocks at people. They want to hide their hands like they ain't do nothing. Come on, man. You can't sit back and watch people go down like this and then make jokes about it like it's funny. It's not funny about this man being convicted of the Mann Act. Sex trafficking, trying to make him like he's Jeffrey Epstein. Are you kidding me? Jeffrey Epstein was convicted and still was let out. He was still let out. This man couldn't get a bond. Doing even when the pandemic hit with COVID-19, and y'all wouldn't let him out. Judge Ann Dunley, she violated so many violations against this man. That whole courtroom was a circus, man. And I'm so glad that he got a lawyer like Jennifer Bonjean. And I'm going to say, let her do her work, man. Let her just do her job. I ain't going to get over here, man, and talk about nothing negative against, you know, any bloggers. I want to talk about people that's in the industry, in the media. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all to be ashamed of yourselves. Because y'all didn't defend this man. And if you did say something, you got something slick to say about him. But shame on you. I love you and God bless you. I'm out. If you believe everything the media tells you, then you know but a brainwashed slave one. Nowadays, you ain't nothing but a damn fool. So free yourself, free your mind, and free your soul. Give it to the Lord Jesus Christ. If you do that, I guarantee you everything will be all right. With that being said, love is God. And my name is Calvin. I love you. But Jesus loves you more. See you on the next one, man. Peace.